Yo, what it do, family? High value basketball. We are back once again with the best basketball commentary on this side of the planet. You dig? We are continuing on, and we have reached our destination of the top 10 players list. This one is the center edition. If you have not seen the previous positions, be sure to go back, watch those, and like and share all of that wonderful content. But for here, we are going to get right into it, man. At number 10 with Miles Turner with the Indiana Pacers, man. Shout out to Miles. He gets the nod here at number 10 because he has been consistently one of the best centers in the league. He just unfortunately plays for the Pacers, who are a moribund franchise. So shout out to the man. Gonna give him his roses. He's an all-around style center. He has fairly good offense. He can shoot the ball, and his defensive impact is very present. Dude can block shots. He's a very good disruptor, and he does not foul a lot as well. He shows himself to be one of the leaders of this Pacers squad. Again, of course, they have never been that excellent of a group, but he has been the steady force for them this whole time. Shout out to Evan. I don't know why I said Evan. Shout out to Miles, man. Shout out to Miles Turner. Number 9, Mr. Time Lord Robert Williams himself with the Boston Celtics. Now, low key, Time Lord probably is a top 5, but we don't do the immediate thrusting of folks into the higher echelon. They got to prove it, man. They got to prove it. But the dude has heart. The dude has tenacity. For all of those who know intimately, the man was showing himself out there in the playoffs and in the finals, still doing his thing on 1.5 legs. The dude was injured, and he was still out there getting game in. So knowing that when he gets healthy, hopefully everything goes well for him, he is going to thrust himself way higher on this list, without a doubt, for sure. Number 8, Jonas Valanjos with the New Orleans Pelicans. Shout out to Mr. Jonas, man. He's another player that don't get the respect like that because everybody's always worried about somebody else with bigger names and, of course, bigger teammates that he has, a.k.a. Zion. But no fault to this man at all. The man out here is doing his thing. The dude is a scoring center, and that is something that is not very common. The dude can put the ball in the basket. He's got great footwork. He can shoot. Of course, he's not the biggest defensive stalwart on the team, but that doesn't really matter with how they have this team set up. So shout out to Jonas Valanjos with his ability to score, and that's what puts him here at number 8. Number 7, Clint Capela. Clint Capela with the Atlanta Hawks. He here's at number 7. Due to the fact that he is more of an offensive center. He is a pick and roll god out there. He can figure out a way to just yam on you out of that pick and roll in the most interesting of ways possible. That is his greatest offensive impact. It seems like he does fit with this team, if not perfectly, just right under that. And due to the fact that he's such a great fit, we put him here at number 7 because he does not get in the way. He doesn't ask for the ball too much. He just simply shows up and puts the ball in the hoop the way that it needs to be done. Number 6, Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert with the Minnesota Timberwolves. He gets the nod here solely because he is a defensive god. Of course, we know that him being a defensive guard, though, is simply not enough because once we get into the playoffs and once teams get to build schemes or they learn what's going on with the team that he's currently on, he usually finds himself getting exposed. There are limitations to what he can provide to a team, family, and we just got to keep it for real, man. Yes, he will alter a whole lot of shots. Yes, he will block a whole lot of shots, but no, he will not be a contributor to help this team win because the dude is a klutz on the offensive side of the ball. Number 5, Jared Allen. Holla at your boy Jared, man, out there in Cleveland doing the thing with the Cavs. This dude has quietly become one of the best centers in the league. This dude has probably the best defensive instincts, if not the best, one of the best in the league. The dude is great at blocking shots. The dude is great at altering shots. He's more natural at it, in my opinion, than a Rudy Gobert is, because he just doesn't simply look awkward out there. And on top of that, he actually looks functional with the ball in his hands. It doesn't look like he's about to collapse or do something really crazy with the ball the way that it works for Rudy. So giving Jared Allen the nod, man. He's another player too who will probably be higher on this list. He just simply has to perform this coming season with the new and improved situation that he has with Donovan Mitchell, man. Big time. Number 4, Mr. DeAndre Ayton. Mr. DeAndre Ayton finds himself in a peculiar situation. All of the rumors of him not being happy. Of course, we know how the offseason happened. The Phoenix Suns didn't want to pay him that big money, but they matched it because they simply didn't want to lose him. However, with all of that drama being the drama that it is, I do believe he is going to have a great season. Chris Paul is taking, it's listed anyway, that Chris Paul is going to take a little bit more of a back seat due to his age and him trying to preserve himself for later in the season. It's going to put DeAndre Ayton more into the forefront. They've always questioned his motor and, how much does he want it, or how, consistent and hard for how long can he go? Well, that is going to get tested this season. And I do believe that he is going to show up because he said he wants a higher role. He said he wants to be more integral to them winning, or at least more integral to the offense, whatever. He's going to get the opportunity to show that. So shout out to DeAndre at number 4. Number 3, Bam Adebayo with the Miami Heat. Shout out to Bam out there, man. Bam is also one of the new wave centers. Bam is very, very versatile. He can shoot. He's not undersized because he is fairly tall, but he does not fare well against some of the super large centers out there, like the Jokic's out there. Playing against them in those matchups, he usually gets kind of washed because we realize that he's somewhat lanky. He's clearly in amazingly great shape, but he's just not one of those big body guys. And so because he's not a big body center, that does give him some limitations with the two guys who are in front of him, who also can do the same things that he can do, but also the number 1 center who can do what he can do, but also pass the ball like a floor general. But given the fact that that Bam can do darn near everything that the best centers of the league can do, he could just do so in a slightly compacted size. We're going to put him at number 3. Number 2, Joel Embiid. Mr. Joel Embiid himself is the second best center in the league. He unfortunately can't be the best simply just because the guy at number 1 can just do more than him. That's all. This dude is one of the most advanced centers in the history of the NBA. He may not be one of the best in the history of the NBA, but just all of the abilities that he has combined with his size and his footwork and his shooting, this dude has it all. He really does. He is helping revitalize the center position, because they're saying that the league is going away from centers and centers can't be viable contributors to a championship team. Well, we know that this is his team and he is definitely the leader and one of the main reasons why they have gotten as far as they have in the past. And we are looking forward to see what he does with James Harden. With a little bit more continuity, let's see if he continues to dominate and grow his greatness. And number 1, Mr. Nikola Jokic with the Denver Nuggets. Shout out to Nick, man. This dude, he is basically a center, a shooter, and Steve Nash with Magic Johnson sprinkled in with it. This dude here is, far as I'm concerned, he is the best maestro center the league has ever seen, without a doubt. The dude's court vision is ridiculous. He uses his court vision in a similar way that LeBron does with crazy cross-court passes, but this dude has even more flair and pizzazz on what he does, because he can just whip and zing the ball to ways to where the cameraman is always confused. The fans are always confused. We're like, wait, what? His fake outs are legendary. And knowing that he can do that, and he has such a quirky, weird shot that just seems to go in at an extremely high rate, we got to give the two-time MVP the nod for being the leader of this Nugget squad, man. So shout out to Jokic and shout out to all of the other centers, the top 10 for the 2022-2023 season. We will revisit this again mid-season to see what has changed, but for now, these guys will remain the same in their great positions. Shout out to High Value Basketball. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, family. Peace.